This course is presented to you free of charge by TTJ Tech Services of www.ttjtech.biz and by Stir It Up of www.stiritup.com. And remember, stir is spelled with a U, not an I, so that's STURITUP.com. TTJ Tech Services and Stir It Up are pleased to offer this course to you, to the glory of God, and to the benefit of all those who listen.
Welcome to More with the Mac 2024. This first segment is going to be all about mail. Later on, Trainer Matt's going to stop by and go into more depth, more detail, more features of Safari. And then I'm going to show you how to make some keyboard-specific application shortcuts. But right now, let's launch mail. As you know, there's a built-in commander for it. Unless you've turned it off, it's Option and the letter M as in Mary. To toggle the commander on the fly is VO keys, Shift, and the letter K. But I'm going to launch it with the letter Option M. All right.
Vertical splitter.
So we're in mail. Let's walk through the settings. So command comma. All right, let's go over to the toolbar.
Toolbar. Into General, selected, button.
All right, General is already selected, so let's explore the options here.
Out default email reader. Mail, default email reader, pop-up button.
There's actually no reason for me to go through these settings in general, because what we have here is basically if you want your mail to be read. I guess I'll go through them. Let's see.
Check for new messages. Automatically, check for new messages, pop-up button. New messages sound. Crystal, new messages sound, pop-up button.
That's the pop-up where where it allows you to select the sounds you want mail to make. You used to be able to add custom sounds in before Sonoma, but they have since taken that feature away. If you upgrade from last year's version, which I think is Monterey, I could be wrong, the sounds are still there, but if you do a clean install like I did, then you cannot add no custom sounds.
Play sounds for other mail actions. Checked, checkbox. Dock unread count.
So basically what this is saying is if you have that option selected, if you have your mail app on the dock, which I do not, but if you do, when you go to it, it's going to give you a badge and tell you how many unread messages you have in your inbox only. Not any other mailbox, but in your inbox only.
Inbox only. Dock unread count. Pop-up button.
I guess I jumped the gun.
You are currently... New message notifications. Inbox only. New downloads folder. Downloads. Downloads folder. Pop-up button.
Now, this is where you want your downloads to go. I'm actually going to change this because I have a folder in iCloud specifically for this. So I'm going to change it by hitting VO spacebar.
Menu to other ellipsis. Other ellipsis.
I'm going to select other.
In open dialog list view table. No selection.
I'm going to hit Command-Shift-I.
You are list view table.
And in my mailbox is called email attachment, so I'm going to hit the letter E.
Ebook library folder. Not new folder button. Side new folder. Search text field. New side vertical list view. Family info folder. Audio described folder. Email attachments folder. Collapsed.
There it is. So I'm just going to hit.
You are currently on us. Email attachments. Downloads folder. Downloads folder. Email attachments.
So that means whenever I select to download something or save an attachment, I guess, it will automatically go to that email attachments folder in iCloud, not my downloads folder on my Mac.
Remove unedited downloads. After message is deleted, remove unedited downloads. Pop-up button.
Pretty self-explanatory.
You are follow-up suggestions. Unchecked. Checkbox.
That's when you send an email last week and you want a reminder to follow up with somebody, whether it was a calendar event or whatever the case may be. I have mine unchecked because I don't need that.
Mail will remind you about messages that haven't received responses.
Of course.
You are currently
VoiceOver does a better job explaining it than I do.
archive or delete muted messages. Unchecked. Checkbox. Automatically try sending later if outgoing server is unavailable. Unchecked. Checkbox.
I don't know. I don't have that checked. So
Checked. Automatic.
we're going to check that.
Prefer opening messages in split view when in full screen. Checked. Checkbox.
That's a visual thing, so I'm not even going to worry about it.
When searching all mailboxes, include results from trash. Checked. Checkbox. Junk. Unchecked. Encrypted messages. Unchecked. Help button.
All right, and that's the last one. So let's go back to the toolbar.
General. Selected. Button.
And of course, I use my new favorite shortcut of Control F5 because not only does it take you back to the toolbar, but it automatically interacts you with it. So what's our next option?
Accounts. Button.
All right, that's accounts. Basically, you could go in there and set your mailbox behaviors, where you want your trash to go, which of course you want to go to deleted items. But the one thing that I changed in there, and I'm not going to go in there because to add an account, you actually have to be in system settings and you go to internet accounts, and that's where you add your mail accounts. But the only thing that I really change in here is I go to the second tab within accounts that's called mailbox behaviors, and I set my trash to empty once a week, my junk to empty once a day, and I think that's it. Oh, and to make sure my drafts is going to my draft folder and my trash is going to my deleted folder. That's the only thing I changed there.
Junk mail button.
Junk mail. This is basically specifying what you want to go to junk. If you're mentioned in a message, if it's sent directly to you, you can check boxes to say whether you want it to go to junk, to your inbox, or to automatically be deleted.
Fonts and colors button.
That's a visual thing, just how you want your email displayed, font, the size of the font, and the color of the text.
Viewing button.
All right, we're going to go in here.
That's
the L space bar here.
Viewing selected. Out of toolbar. List preview. None. List.
All right, mine is on none. This is the preview of the message that you wanted to read when you are navigating through your messages. You can have, let's see what the choices are because I don't even remember.
Menu. 1 line. 2 lines. 3 lines. 4 lines. 5 lines.
So you can have 5 lines.
You are currently on a menu item.
At that point, you might as well just open up the message.
List preview. None. Move discarded messages into trash. Move discarded messages into show message headers. Default. Show display unread messages with bold font. Unchecked. Checkbox. Use smart addresses. Unchecked. Check. Turn this off to always display names and addresses. Use dark backgrounds for messages. Checked. Checkbox. View conversations. Highlight messages with color when not grouped. Checked. Checkbox. Dodger blue 3. Converse. Use the view menu to group messages by conversation. Include related messages. Checked. Checkbox. Mark all messages as read when opening a conversation. Unchecked. Show most recent message at the top. Unchecked. Checkbox.
And that's an interesting one. That is my default, to have most recent messages at top, and mine is unchecked. The only mailbox that I actually don't have that checked in, because you can customize it in the view menu, which we'll see later, is my inbox. I have those messages on top, but my custom mailboxes, I always have the newest message on the bottom because I want to read the messages in order.
Help button.
And that's it. So back to
you
the
are
toolbar.
Currently on.
Be quiet, voiceover. Back to the toolbar.
General button. Accounts button. Junk mail button. Fonts and colors. Viewing selected. Composing button.
Composing. This is basically. Let's go see.
Composing out. Composing. Message format. Rich text. Message.
You can have rich text or plain text.
Check spelling. As I type. Check spelling. Pop-up button.
Let's see what the choices
You
are.
are current menu. Check mark. As I type. When I click send. Never.
Okay. So you have.
You are current.
You have as I type. When I click send or never. So that's up to you. I have mine do it as a type because I'm a horrible speller.
Closing menu. Automatically unchecked. Check mark. CC. Pop-up button. Myself.
Self-explanatory.
Your add link previews. Checked. Checkbox. Addressing. When sending to a group, show all member addresses. Checked. Checkbox.
That's kind of misleading because if you BCC an email on a group of people, it's not going to show everybody the message addresses. I'm assuming if you have this box unchecked, it'll just show people's names that are email addresses. I don't know because I've never tried it.
Mark addresses not ending with unchecked. Checkbox.
This is something where if you got a certain domain you don't want to be bothered with, then you check this box.
Domain at example.com. Send new messages from. Automatically select best account. Send.
So this is basically asking you what you want your default account to be. It's best to have it whether it's on, which is automatically select best account. So if I'm in my Gmail account, it'll send from my Gmail. If I'm in my iCloud inbox, it'll send from my iCloud. But I can always change it on the fly if I so chose.
Sending. Undo send delay. 10 seconds. Undo send delay. Pop-up button.
Trainer Matt just went over this in the iPad class. I'm actually going to change this to mine to be 30 seconds because just in case I don't catch it just in time. So
menu 4 20 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
So my message delay is 30 seconds just in case I want to undo send because I forgot to attach a file or say something I wanted to say.
Responding. Use the same message format as the original message. Unchecked. Checkbox.
That should be checked.
Checked. Use the same. Respond using rich or plain text. Quote the text of the original message. Checked. Checkbox.
And that's just basically making if you have the signature, your signature will stand out because it's slightly bigger than the regular text. So that's basically what that is.
Increase quote level. Checked. Checkbox. When quoting text in replies or forwards. Include all of the original message text. Radio button. Selected. Include selected text, if any. Otherwise include all text. Radio button. Help button.
Okay, I selected that because I always want the original message to be included. So that was the last one. Let's jump back over to the toolbar. My favorite new shortcut, Command F5.
General button. Account junk. Fonts and viewing. Composing. Signatures button.
Signatures, we'll come back to that.
You want rules button.
Rules. Now, if you set these rules here, be very clear here, it's only going to apply to your Mac. It's not going to carry over to your iPhone or your iPad or even your Windows. This is a mail-specific rule for the Mac. So, you can set rules in here to say if a message is from John Smith or Sally Jane, go into this inbox and make a sound for me. Number one, I have all my notifications for mail turned off. It doesn't even show up in my notification center because I check mail often enough for it not even to matter. So, but yeah, if you create a rule in mail on the Mac, it's only specific to the Mac, not to your iPad or iPhone.
Extensions button.
You can have extensions. I have a Capital One extension that I use. 1Password has an extension. There's some that are useful. I don't really use them anymore though because everything has an app or add-on that works for me.
Privacy button. Privacy button.
All right, let's go to privacy.
Privacy selected. Out of mail privacy protection. Protect mail activity. Checked. Checkbox. Text. Mail privacy protection works by hiding your IP address and loading remote content privately in the background, even when you don't open the message. This makes it harder for senders to follow your mail activity. Learn more.
I couldn't have said it better.
You are currently.
Thank you very much. So you heard what he said. Basically, it hides your IP address even if you don't open the message from people that may be phishing or whatever.
Hide IP address. Dim checked. Checkbox. Block all remote content. Dimmed unchecked. Checkbox. Help button.
All right, and that's all that's in
You
there.
are currently on a button. General button. View composing. Signatures. Signatures selected.
All right, signatures.
Out of signatures table. Row 1 of 6.
All right, it's saying row 1 of 6 because it's on all signatures and I have 5 other accounts in here. Now, this is an interesting one because when you create a signature in the all signatures section, it's supposed to give it make it available to all your accounts. But it doesn't work that way. What it is basically, say you got a Mac for the first time back in 2013 or 14 when iCloud was already launched. If you create a signature and you get a new Mac and you sign out of iCloud on your other Macs and you come in here, your signatures are going to be in all signatures, but they're not going to be on the accounts where you had them assigned. So now I'm about to show you how to assign them. If you want to do a new signature, just go to the account where you want that signature to show up, add, create your signature, and you're done. You don't have to hit save or quit or nothing like that. But I'm about to show you how to assign a signature to a specific account because that's what I have to do. So we're going to VO right arrow.
Vertical splitter. Names table. Row 1 of 11.
All right, so it says I have 11 signatures. Now, probably some duplicates in here that I haven't erased, so let's see what they are.
In audio editing 101.
That's from my audio group.
Blog sig.
This is my blog sig. Now, this is the one that I use whenever I send a message to a client or I want to just let people know about my website and check out my services and things of that nature. So the first thing that I have to do, assuming that your function keys are checked to be used as standard function keys, I am going to push VO and the F3 key. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make sure that the VoiceOver cursor is on the signature that I want to assign to my iCloud account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push VO and F2.
Window chooser menu. 2 item. Closing. Window.
Of course, it just thinks I want to push it twice.
Signatures. Window. 2 windows.
So it says it's there. So now I'm going to push VO, Shift, and F3 to turn cursor tracker off.
Cursor tracking off.
Now I'm going to do the mouse down command, which is VO, Command, Shift, and the space bar.
Mouse down on. Blog sig. Edit text. 1 of 1.
All right, you heard him. He selected the signature that I want. So now I'm going to stop interacting with this table.
Out of names. Table.
Then I'm going to VO all the way over just to the right of the toolbar.
Toolbar. Signatures. Table. Row in sig.
Interact with that table, and I'm going to go down to my iCloud account.
iCloud.
And I'm
you are currently on it.
And then I'm going to do the VO. Then I'm going to do the mouse up command, which is VO, Shift, and the space bar again.
Mouse up on iCloud. 1 of 1.
Now, it tells me that it just assigned that to iCloud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn VoiceOver tracking back on.
Cursor tracking on.
And then I'm going to go check this iCloud account.
All signatures.
That's all.
iCloud.
Let's go back. Stop interacting.
You are currently out of vertical names table. Row 1 of 1. Blogs vertical split.
And it's there. My blog sig. So let's go do that again because I got another signature I want to assign here.
Toolbar signatures.
So, let's go back to all
In
signatures.
all signature out of names tape in audio editing blog sig. CWWC podcast channel.
No, I don't like that.
You are current.
I'm deleting that one anyway. So
Sublinks. Podcast live. TTJ support. Family sig. Podcast and YouTube sig. Pastor Cliff. Mac for the blind. Mac for the blind. Pastor podcast and YouTube sig. You are currently on a tech.
yeah, this one shows people that how to get to my podcast and my YouTube page. I actually got to change this anyway, but just for demonstration purposes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure the VoiceOver cursor is over that signature. How we do that? VoiceOver keys and F2.
Signatures. Window. 2 windows.
All right. It says it's in the signatures. Now, VoiceOver tracking off with VO, Shift, and F3.
Cursor tracking off.
Voice mouse down command with VO, Command, Shift, space bar.
Mouse down on. Podcast and YouTube sig. Edit text. 1 of 1.
And you heard him. He selected the signature that I wanted. Now I'm going to stop interacting with the table and go just to the right of the toolbar to the accounts table.
Out of names. Toolbar. Signatures. In signatures. Table. Row 1 of.
So I'm going to go back to the iCloud account.
iCloud.
Now I'm going to do the mouse
You
up.
are current.
I'm going to do the mouse up command.
Mouse up on.
Turn the VoiceOver tracking back on.
Cursor tracking on.
Cursor tracking. I'm sorry.
All signature. One row.
Let's check the iCloud account.
Out. Vertical
And it
split.
should tell me there's 2 signatures.
Names. Table. Row 1 of 2.
There it is.
In podcast and use blog sig.
And they're both there. So that's how you assign a signature that you already have to an account after you've restored and it could be a clean install or you've gotten a new Mac. Because again, once you create a signature in your iCloud account, not a Gmail, a Yahoo, or a AOL account, but in an iCloud account, it doesn't matter how many Macs you get after that. Them signatures are always going to be in iCloud, but you just have to come back here and reassign them. All right, so let's jump out of the settings.
Now in domain task.
There's a few different ways to navigate mail. First of all, you can have favorites. So in order to add a favorite, you would go to the mailboxes table, interact with it, go to the mailbox that you want to add to your favorites, and 1 through 9 will be your favorites. So VO Shift M, hit the letter A or VO down arrow till you say here add to favorites. Once you get them into your favorites, you can reorder them by doing the voice down, the mouse down command, which is VO Command Shift Spacebar, and dragging them and dropping it on top of the one that you want it above. Or no, below. So if you want your draft folder right below your inbox, you would drop the draft folder on top of the inbox and do the voice mouse up command, which is repeating the process, is VO Command Shift Spacebar, and that will drop it on top of your inbox, but essentially put it below your inbox or make it the next favorite in that list. So that's pretty self-explanatory, but let's explore how to navigate mail. Again, Command F5 will take you to the toolbar and interact you with it.
Filter menu button.
And that's what's the first thing that's in the toolbar.
Filter menu button. Get mail button.
Get mail.
New message button. Get mail button.
Get mail. This is also a command that you can activate by doing Command Shift N.
New message button.
New message. You can also do that with Command N.
Archive button.
Archive. I don't know.
Archive select.
I don't know what the command for that is. I think it might be Command A or Command Option A. It might be in this file menu. We'll find out.
Delete button.
Delete. You can also use the backspace key.
Junk button.
Junk.
Reply button.
Reply, which is also Command R.
Reply all button.
Reply all, which is also Command Shift R.
Forward button.
Forward, which is also Command Shift F as in Frank.
Flag group.
You can flag.
Mute button.
You can mute.
Move menu button. Group.
Move, which you can also do by doing VO Shift M, hitting the letter M twice, and it'll say move to, and you can choose the mailbox you want it to go to.
Search button.
And of course, the good old search.
You are search but out of toolbar.
Now, I can go
mailboxes in
I
mailbox.
can go to the mailboxes now. Some people like to use VOJ, so I guess I'll demonstrate that. So I can jump from this table to the mailbox or to the messages table.
Search button.
Well, I guess it jumped to the search button.
In messages table.
Okay, now since I'm in the messages table, I did hear that there was a little issue with the VOJ in Sonoma, so there it is. It takes you to the search. I guess it assumes you want to search first.
Clifton Antonio Milasi Pete Lane.
Now the other thing is you can't do VO Shift J and jump back. It doesn't work that way. Nope. You have to just go forward.
In toolbar.
It'll bring you to the
13
toolbar,
item in mailboxes table. Search button in messages
and then
table.
back to the messages table. So you can use VOJ to do that. Otherwise, you can use your standard navigation command of VO left and right arrow, interacting, stop interacting, and make sure I get this
Clifton
right.
Antonio Pete
Let
Lane.
me go to a mailbox that has a lot of messages in it so I can demonstrate this.
All in boxes. Toolbar. Mailboxes. Messages. Take unread. TikTok.
Okay, so I'm in the messages table.
Unread.
And if I'm not mistaken, if you want to go to the bottom of the mailbox, you hit Command Option down arrow. Go to the bottom of the messages table, it's Command Option down arrow. To go to the top, is Command up arrow.
Unread TikTok. Unread.
That's correct. So yeah, so to go to the bottom, Command Option down arrow. To go to the top, to go to the very first message is Command up arrow. To open a message, you can hit Enter or VO spacebar. And if you're in a message thread, if QuickNav is off, because I use QuickNav in Mail, but if QuickNav is off, you just hit the right arrow to expand and the left arrow to collapse. If you were using QuickNav, then you can use VoiceOver keys and let me make sure.
Starting keyboard Control /
and the
Control Option Control K. Stopping keyboard help.
So it's /. It would be the VoiceOver keys and / to expand and also collapse a message thread or a mailbox if you have a account in it. So if you have multiple accounts and you want to expand the mailboxes, you can do that also with VO / and it's a toggle. So you collapse it or you expand it with it and you collapse with it. So let's explore the file menu here.
Apple menu, mail menu, file.
All right, in the file menu we have
new message Command N, new viewer window Command Option N, open message Command O, close Command W.
Yeah, those are commands you can use also, Command O and Command W to close. I don't use Command O. That's too windowish for me. So, that I just don't use it. I use the Enter key or VO spacebar.
Save them Command S. Save as ellipsis Command Shift S. Attach files ellipsis them Command Shift A. Save attachments ellipsis them Command Option S.
Now, you will not hear that in your file menu. That's a custom application command that I created, and again, I demonstrate that later on in this session.
Insert from iPhone or iPad dimmed.
So you have a lot of options here. Let's go over to the view menu.
Edit.
The edit menu is pretty standard.
View menu 25.
There's view menu. So let's see what's in here.
Show tab bar. Show all tabs. Sort by submenu. Sort by submenu. 13 items attached.
Now I did go right arrow because it said it was a submenu. So by now you know how to navigate with the predictable patterns that Matt has shown in Safari and navigate in the Finder. So we're in the submenu of display by. So let's see what's in here.
Check mark. Date. Remind me. Send later. Flags. From. Mailbox. Size. Subject. 2. Unread. Oldest message on top. Check mark. Newest message on top.
See, I'm in my inbox, so the checkbox for newest message on top is checked. If this was any other mailbox, that newest message on top checkbox would not be checked.
Check mark. Newest.
And that's what's in that submenu. Let's go back to the view menu.
View menu 25 item filter submenu. Use column layout.
Let me stop here. I'm going to let you know right now, column layout is not for me. I like the way the mail is laid out now. If you go, it's basically the old classic view where everything's going to have its own table. I mean everything. The sender, the who it's to, the subject, the time, the everything. To each their own, but the column view is not for me.
Show side preview. Show date and time. Show to /cc label. Show message size. Show contact photo. Highlight conversations. Check mark. Organize by conversation.
Organize by conversation. You can uncheck that box and I'll have all your messages be individual and not be together. I like them because if there's a 30-thread conversation, I can just hit the delete key and it deletes them all at once. This makes life a whole lot more easier.
Expand all conversations. You collapse all conversations. Check mark. CC address field. Check mark. BCC address field Command Option B.
There it is. So if your BCC field is not showing, just hit Command Option B and it will automatically show, and that also hides it, so it's a toggle.
Reply to address field Command Option R.
Command Option R will apply to the address field. I did not know that one actually.
Priority field.
Priority
You are currently
field, that one doesn't have a shortcut key. I might actually make one for that because that is an interesting one because that is where you can mark as high priority, normal, or medium priority.
message submenu.
Let's see what's in the messages.
You are
submenu.
currently on message submenu. 3 items show with light background dimmed. All headers dimmed. Command raw source dimmed. Command raw source dimmed.
That's nothing I really have ever done. So we'll explore that one at your own risk.
View hide related messages dimmed. Hide sidebar. Command Control S.
Now, that's not something you're going to want to do because it's going to take away your messages table. But let's see what that command is again.
Hide sidebar. Command Control S.
Command Control S.
You are currently on.
So basically, that will hide your mailboxes table. So I actually have done that, and it's fine for me because I have everything in the favorites that I want to get to anyways. But it's a great shortcut to know if you do have them hidden. That way you know how to bring it back if you need to get to a mailbox that is not in your favorites.
Hide toolbar. Command Option T.
I might actually do I might actually do that one too because I never use the toolbar. I really don't. Let me see.
Hide toolbar. Command Option T.
Command Option T.
You are currently.
So yeah, that's matter of fact. I might just do that.
Customize toolbar ellipsis. Show favorites bar. Command Shift Option H.
So you can show and hide your favorites with Command Shift Option. What did you
Custom show favorites bar. Command Shift Option H.
Command Shift Option H. And I'm assuming you can hide it with the same one.
Enter full screen F. Enter full screen F. Closing menu.
I'm about to try this command. What did he say? Control Option T.
Hide toolbar.
Command Option T. I just hit my toolbar.
Unread. Tick out vertical mailbox. All full screen. Minimize.
And there it is. There's no toolbar over there.
Full all inbox mailbox.
I want to see something about.
Show favorites bar. Favorites bar. Group. Mailbox. Apple everything. Dome streams. All inbox. Out of favorite.
So I see that. Okay.
Hide favorites bar.
So I hit it. So basically, I have mine hid because I don't need to see it because it's basically if you don't know where your favorites are and you want to go through the list, I know where mine are, so I don't need to do that. So let's see what else is in this file menu or Apple menu.
Apple menu. Mail. File. Edit. Menu. View. Mailbox. Menu.
You got your mailboxes table. Let's see what's in here.
Take all accounts online. Take all accounts offline. Get all new mail. Command Shift N. Synchronize all accounts. Mark all messages as read. Online status. Submenu. Get new mail. Submenu. Synchronize. Submenu. Erase deleted items. Submenu. Erase junk mail. Command Option J.
Command Option J. That will clear or delete your junk mail.
New mailbox ellipsis. New smart mailbox ellipsis. Edit smart mailbox ellipsis. Duplicate smart mailbox. New smart mailbox fold.
You might remember the mailbox, smart mailbox, from what Trainer Matt taught in the iPhone and the iPad course. Is basically the attachments folder, the unread folder, the today folder. Those are smart mailboxes that you can turn on. So if you're not like me and sort everything into different folders with a manual rule or filter, then you can turn on those smart mailboxes and essentially have built-in filters.
Rename mailbox ellipsis dimmed. Delete mailbox ellipsis. Export mailbox ellipsis.
I've never tried that, so don't ask me if it works or not.
Go to favorite mailbox submenu.
Now, if I had to go here,
it'll
tell me what all my favorite mailboxes are.
Go to favorite mailbox submenu. 8 items. Apple everything command 1. Domain tasks command 2. Streams command 3. All inboxes command 4. Bills command 5.
And you get the idea.
Mailbox.
So whatever order you have your favorites in, it will list them there here in the mailboxes table, section of the menu.
Move to favorite mailbox submenu. Go to previous mailbox. Command Control left bracket. Go to next mailbox. Command Control right bracket.
Command
You
control
are
right
currently
bracket. So I guess if you're in a mailbox and you don't want to go back to the table, you can use that that command. Let's see what it
go
is
to
again.
previous mailbox. Command control left bracket.
Command control left bracket
You are
will take
currently
you back, and
go to next mailbox. Command control right bracket.
command control right bracket will take you to the next. So if you don't feel like stop interacting and interacting, you can use that command control left and right bracket command. That's actually something I didn't know.
Rebuild. Rebuild.
All right, and that's the mailboxes tab.
You are message menu 20 mailbox message.
There's really no need to go in here. I've already got on to the commands. Command N for a new message. Command Shift R to reply all. Command R to reply. Command Shift F to forward. So on and so forth.
Format menu 8 items.
Format, you can do a lot of the things you can do in a word processor. Like you can make pick your font, pick your color, stuff of that nature.
Window menu.
And that's the end. But I'm about to try this command control.
Closing menu. Vertical splitter. Messages. Take in mess unread. Pinterest.
So he said command control left right bracket to take me to the next one. So let's try that.
Go to next mailbox.
And that's what he said. So
You are currently on bills. iCloud 8 mailboxes.
and it sure did. It took me to the next mailbox in my favorites, which is my bills. So, all right. The last thing I'm going to show you is how to add mailboxes to your favorites that you can't see or that you can't hear. For instance, when you first set up your Mac and you open mail, it's going to have all sent or all junk and all trash and all drafts. Well, I tend to remove those, but say I wanted to put one back. Now, I already have all inboxes and I already have all sent, and I think I'll have junk all also there. So the only one that I'm missing is all trash. So let me show you how to add that to your favorites or your list of mailboxes so you can see them again.
Bills. Claims. Mailboxes. Table. Row 8 of 33.
All right. So I'm in my mailboxes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the top of my mailboxes.
Mailboxes. Table. Row 8 of 33. Full screen. But build. Mail. Verticals. Mailboxes. Into mailboxes.
Okay, so now I'm at the top of my mailboxes. It's the same thing like when we were on signatures. We're going to have to make sure that the VoiceOver cursor is on the add button. So VO and the F3 key.
Mailboxes. Cell 3 items is in the VoiceOver cursor.
All right. He said it's in the VoiceOver cursor. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to interact. Okay, so you go to the top of your favorites. Now you make sure the cursor is where it needs to be.
Favorites. Text is in the VoiceOver cursor.
All right. He said favorites is in the VoiceOver cursor. So now I'm going to interact. And what do I hear?
In text. Favorites. Out favorites. Add button.
There it is. The add
You
button.
are currently on
So if I hit the add button,
the button.
VO spacebar.
In dialog. Mailbox to add pop-up button.
It's a pop-up. So it's going to give me choices. So VO spacebar.
Menu. 31 items. Menu. All inboxes. Dimmed.
It's dimmed because it's already
You
in
are
the favorites.
currently on VIPs.
That one's not. So I could add my VIPs back to my favorites.
Flagged.
Flagged, I don't want.
Remind me.
Remind me, I don't want.
Send later.
Send
You are
later, I
currently
don't want.
all drafts.
There's all drafts.
All sent. Dimmed.
All send is dimmed because I already have it.
You are all trash.
All trash. I'm going to go ahead
You are
and add.
currently on a menu item. To choose it, mailbox to add. All trash.
I selected all trash. So I'm going to go over here to
Help
add,
button.
the add button.
Cancel. OK.
Or
Default.
It's the OK button.
Closing dialog. Favorites. Apple everything.
But again,
Favorites.
to repeat the process, go to your top of your favorites. Do VO F3 as long as your function keys are selected as standard function keys.
Favorites. Cell 3 items is in the VoiceOver cursor.
Then I interact.
In favorites. Add button. Favorites. Cell.
And the add button is right there.
Favorites. Add button. Favorites. Add. Hide. Expanded disclosure triangle. Hide. Add button. In dialog, help button, mailbox to add, pop.
Mailbox to add is right there as a pop up. There's no more that I want to add, so I'm just going to hit escape. But I just wanted to come in here and show you one more time how you would get those mailboxes in your favorites list that you possibly removed or you can't find.
Closing dialog.
All right, and that, my friend, is mail. What I'm going to do real quick
Quit Finder
is I'm just going to talk about messages. I'm not going to go into it because it's pretty standard with the same layout as mail and most apps you're going to encounter. That's what Matt talks about with the predictable patterns. You can open up messages and play with it. It's the same layout. There's a toolbar, there's a messages table, and then whatever conversation is highlighted, there's another messages table. So there's a toolbar, there's a conversations table, and then there's a messages table. The conversations is going to be who you're talking to. So whoever's highlighted in those messages that's who it is. Then you can use the jump command, the VOJ, to go forward in each of those tables, or you can interact or stop interacting. Now remember, you can also command F5 to jump to that toolbar, but there's really not much in that toolbar in there except start a FaceTime, more info, and shared with me, I think it is. But messages is primarily laid out, not primarily, it is laid out the same way mail is. So it just has the toolbar, the conversations table instead of mailboxes, and then the messages table just like in mail. And you can jump between them with VOJ. Interact, you can also do a tap back with Command T, which is a reaction, or you can use the actions menu or the actions command, VO command spacebar on any message and get more options like delete, reply, reaction, which is a tap back, and you can even undo send for up to 30 seconds, I think it is, in messages also. So that, my friends, is messages or mail and messages. Next up, we got Trainer Matt stopping by to go deep into Safari.
I am here with Trainer Cliff, and together we're going to talk through and demonstrate using Safari on the Mac with VoiceOver. We've been talking about the predictable patterns, and we've been talking about the fundamentals. And we know, of course, just as a refresher, that we always want to use the VoiceOver or VO keys in combination with the left and right arrows to move. So we say VO left arrow, VO right arrow, and of course, VO space or control option with the space bar to activate something. The example, kind of the analogy of how we might be going into a building like a hotel, and we have to go deeper in that hotel. We go in the lobby and we go up to the fourth floor. Our hotel room's on the fourth floor, remember, and we can see all the rooms, but we don't know what's inside them until we open the door and go into one of those rooms. And we can then see what's in that room. But if we want to get back out of the room, we have to open up the door and leave the room. And maybe down in the lobby, there's a restaurant and a swimming pool. We have to go into that area to see that. And we said that's a very good analogy for interacting on the Macintosh, because it's very important to know that when you hear words like group, area, content, list, table, scroll area, what else? Radio group. There's a lot of these different words that you'll hear fairly often, and it means you must interact. Toolbar, that's another one. Any kind of bar, toolbar, scroll bar, sidebar, you have to interact with those areas if you want to actually use any of the controls that are inside of those areas, any buttons and so on. And then, of course, many times when you're finished with those areas, you have to stop interacting. Sometimes not, because sometimes VoiceOver will just put you where you need to go, but other times you're going to stop interacting. So also, as a review, remember we said that to start interacting, we press VO Shift down arrow or Control Option Shift down arrow. And to stop interacting, we press Control Option Shift up arrow. Now, in a few minutes, I'm going to have Trainer Cliff talk to you about Quick Nav, which is also known now as arrow key quick nav, and then there's also single key quick nav, which is very useful, especially in Safari. So I'll demonstrate this the sort of quote unquote normal way. Maybe normal is not the right word, but the default way, the basic way that we would first learn. And then I'll have Cliff explain the quick nav modes to you, and we will do a demo of those. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to open up Safari. And I am going to try a couple of different websites and just show you what this sounds like when we do it. I'm not an everyday Mac user. I'm certified in it. I'm trained in it, and I continue learning. But I use the iPad on a daily basis. And I tell you that to say that for a lot of this, it's going to be exploring for me. Also, I'm going to figure things out as we go. I know the basic commands, but we're going to see what we find as we explore. So I'm going to start out. There's many ways, of course, that we can open Safari. One of the easiest probably is using a commander. I'll have Trainer Cliff talk with you about that in a little bit as well. For me, the easiest is just going to be going to the dock. And we know that the dock can be accessed with VOD, or in other words, Control Option D. I'll press that now, and then I'll get back to you.
Dock. Messages, open, 4 of 28.
Now, right away.
Actions available, you are currently.
Okay, you heard VoiceOver kept talking there, but I didn't want to wait for it to finish. I wanted it to stop. So I just pressed the Control key. Anytime you want to interrupt VoiceOver speech, press the Control key to stop it. And if I want to resume it,
On application dock item. To open this.
I press the Control key again. It's kind of like a toggle. And it's a very important command because some of these hints are very, very helpful, but some of them are also very, very long. And if you don't need them, or if we're trying to teach or something, it's a great idea to press Control to stop the speech or pause the speech of the hint. I don't need the hint because I know how to navigate the dock. It's basically just going to tell me to use Control Option left arrow or right arrow to move probably between the dock items, and to press Control Option space to open an item. I can also type the first few letters of what I'm looking for, but I'm fairly certain that Safari is to the left just a couple of items. So I'll VO left arrow.
Safari, 3 of 28.
Okay, and VO space on that.
Actions, zoom.us, Safari, start page.
It is possible to change your start page to something else, and I'll show you a couple ways to do that. But right now we won't worry about that. This is the Apple start page. It's basically just a blank page, and then you can access your favorites, your privacy report of how many websites have been blocked, and so on. Well, let's take a look at this. This is not not technically a website, but we'll start here because we heard that we're currently on a toolbar.
Items on this toolbar, press Control Option Shift down arrow.
Let me make that speak again.
Toolbar. You are currently on a toolbar. To interact with the items on this toolbar, press Control Option Shift down arrow.
To be very clear, this is not the website. This is not where your website will be. The toolbar is always near the top of the screen. If we VO left arrow, we will see that.
Full screen button, minimize button, close button, close button.
See, that's it. And I pressed Control to stop that because I don't want to hear it read the hint about I'm currently on a button to click it, press, I don't need that. But that's what we're on. We were very close to the top of the window already. And we can VO right arrow back to that toolbar. Again, it's not where the website is, but it's where some controls are. And I'll go ahead and interact just to practice that with you and show you that we can easily navigate that. So let's go to the right, VO right arrow.
Full screen vertical toolbar.
And now interact.
In toolbar. 9 items. Show sidebar button. Show sidebar button.
That's the one at the left. Let's go to the right.
Tab group picker menu button. Go back. Dimmed menu button. Go forward. Dimmed menu button. Smart search field. Search or enter website name. Edit text. Has a share. Dimmed but new tab button. Tab overview but tab overview.
And that is it. And then when I'm done with that toolbar, I can stop interacting, of course, with VO shift up arrow.
Out of toolbar.
Now, I'd like to tell you that several of the things you heard there Two things. First of all, several of the items you heard there are dimmed, or in other words, they're grayed out, they're unavailable, and that's because we don't have really a web page open to speak of. We can't go back because we haven't been anywhere that we can go back to. We can't go forward. We can't share because there's not a website open that we can actually share. So a lot of those items were dimmed right now. They won't be later. The other thing I'd like to point out to you is that a lot of the items on this toolbar have Mac OS shortcut keys, not VoiceOver shortcut keys, mind you, but Mac OS shortcut keys, meaning anybody can use them, whether or not you're a VoiceOver user. If you're taking notes, get ready and write these down because these are going to be important. If you want to go back, instead of having, and there's nothing wrong with interacting with the toolbar and doing it that way, but it's certainly the long way. If you want to go back without having to stop interacting with your website, VO left arrow over to the toolbar, and start interacting again, instead of all that, right from the web page, you can just press Command left bracket. The left bracket is the key that's just to the right of the letter P as in Papa. So Command left bracket will take you back. Likewise, to go forward, it's Command right bracket. Obviously, just to the right of the left bracket. Command right bracket goes forward. The other one I want to tell you about is you heard VoiceOver say on that toolbar, Smart Search. I think it said enter address or search, something like that. This is accessed from any website, well, as long as you're in Safari, by pressing Command L, as in Lima, or actually L as in location, because that's what it stands for, open location. And this, as you heard VoiceOver say, when you go to it, is a smart field, just like on your iPhone. So if you want to type a web address, like a URL, you can certainly do that. But you also can type a search term. You don't have to go to google.com to do your searches. If you want to search for lasagna recipes, if you want to search for latest weather conditions, you can just type those things right in that smart search field and press the return key, and you will be automatically taken to a, by default, Google search of that item. The search engine Google is the default. We talked about that. You can change that in your settings. Most people are happy with it. And so you don't even have to go to google.com. In fact, I don't recommend you go to google.com because I find that it's a lot easier and a lot simpler to do your Google searches from the smart search bar. So again, you can get there quickly by pressing Command L. Cliff, do you have anything to add so far to this? All right.
The one thing I will add is that, you know, with the Command L, like you said, I mean, there's really no reason to go to Google because Google is the default search engine. They pay a lot of money for Apple to do that. So there's no reason to do that. And lasagna is one of my favorite dishes. So
we just had some last night that my wife made, and it was great. Absolutely. One of my favorites too. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to go, if you recall, we stopped interacting with the toolbar now. So we're just on the main level of Safari, and I'll VO right arrow to see what else is there.
Vertical splitter, collapsed on left.
How much of the screen we actually visibly can see. We're not going to worry about that. It's pretty visual.
Collection.
And then
Customizations button. Customization.
And that is it. Customizations. And the other thing, collection, which collection's a one I forgot. And that's another one that's a good keyword to indicate we need to interact. Normally, your websites will not say collection. They'll say web area or HTML content or something like that. But because this is that start page that I told you about, it's a little different. And that collection is where the content is, and the button next to it allows you to customize what you see on it. The hint will confirm what I've just
collection.
said.
You are currently on a collection. To begin interacting with the items in this list, press Control, Option, Shift, down arrow.
Not going to spend much time on this. You can play with it if you choose to. A lot of people just change their homepage, and that's fine too. But I will just tell you,
in collection,
if I interact
favorites
there,
section.
That's a section. We can interact with that section to immediately see our favorites. It's not the only way to do it, but it certainly is one way to do it.
Frequently visited section. Menu, 5 items.
Okay. We can interact with that section.
Shared
too.
with you section.
That's another section. Things that people have shared with me. You can interact with any of these. If I want to see what people have shared with me. For example, I just interact here.
Shared with you. youtu.be/ii underscore.
Okay, that was a YouTube video someone shared.
Necessary documents for I-9 verify.
There was another, so you get the idea. I'll stop interacting there.
Out of section.
Now we're just in the collection again, and I should be able to press Command L right from here, and I should be able to actually go ahead and go to a different website.
Open location.
Okay. Interestingly, though,
Privacy.
it didn't, because I'm in that collection, which is unusual. That's not normally going to be the case. So it said open location, but it
Shared with you section.
It didn't actually put me there. So let's stop interacting.
Out of collection.
Now we definitely can do it. Command
Open
L.
location. Vertical split toolbar. Open location.
I don't know why that's actually not doing
You are
that.
currently on a tool.
I'm not sure why that isn't.
Customizations. Smart search field. Search or enter website name. Edit text. Has alternate items.
That time it did it when I was on the.
You are currently on a text field inside of a toolbar. To enter text in this field, type. To show alternate items, press Control, Option, Command, Space and select Show Alternate Item menu item. To navigate items on this toolbar.
And we'll stop that. Okay. We don't need the alternate items. I don't know why the Command L wasn't working at first, but once I got over to the customizations button, it did work when I pressed Command L. So I'm not sure what happened there, but we are good to go. And now I can literally just start typing any search term or any website that I want to visit. So, for example, if we wanted to go to a website, I will just start out very simple and go to apple.com. What you'll notice is I don't even have to type apple.com in its entirety because I've been there before. It's one of my favorites, and it should just autofill. So I'll start typing the
apple.com.
You already heard it. So at this point, I can press the down arrow to see what else there is, or I can just press return to accept this. This is what I want. Or I could keep typing, but I want apple.com, so we're good.
https://www.apple.com. Closing menu. https://www.apple.com. Insertion at beginning of text. Smart search field showing a secure address. Edit text. Display.
Okay, it just read that because I press return. Now we can stop interacting here, and we can go to the right.
Apple.
And we can interact.
In Apple, web content, heading level 1, Apple.
You heard that? That's called web content. Listen again, I'll stop
Out
interacting.
vertical splitter, Apple, web content.
Okay, so let's interact with the web
In
content.
Apple, web content, heading level 1, Apple.
And now we can just use our VO left arrow and VO right arrow to navigate this website.
Heading level 1, iPhone menu. Expanded button. Lit watch menu. Expanded visited link. Apple. Lit store menu. Expand link. Store. Store menu. End of list. Store menu. Group.
Might have to interact with that group.
Heading level 2. Shop. List shop 7 items. Link. Shop the latest Apple products. Link. Mac. 2. Link. iPad. Link. iPhone. Link. Apple Watch. Link. Apple Vision Pro. Link. Accessories. End of list. Heading level 2. Quick links. List quick links for link. Find to store. Link. Order status. Link. Apple trade-in.
And any of these that I want, of course, I can VO space on them. And you heard it say that some of them were visited, some of them were not.
Store menu.
I got out of that by stopping the interacting with that section. And that's very, very basic navigation.
Lit Mac menu. Link. Mac. Mac menu. End of lit Mac menu. Heading level 2. Explore Mac.
Okay. It's now time for me to teach you another command, and that is how to quickly navigate by heading, because it's very clear to me that this website is indeed set up by heading. You've heard several times that VoiceOver has made the announcement that we're on a heading. If you press the Control, Option, Command keys, so it's VO command, Control, Option, and the Command key. Okay, the command being the one just to the left of the space bar. Press all 3 of those keys together. There are a number of letters that will take you to different things on a website. H is heading. So if you want to go to the next heading, you press VO command H. If you want to go to the previous heading, you press VO Command Shift H, just add the Shift key. So let's try that. VO Command H.
Heading level 2, Shop Mac.
Again.
Heading level 2,
Let's do my
More
collage.
from Mac. Heading
Again.
level 2, MacBook Air. Mac menu, collapse. Heading level 2, Apple Vision Pro.
Okay, see, we're just doing VO Command
York.
H.
Heading level 4, iPhone 15.
And if I want to go back to the previous heading, I just add the Shift key. So it's VO Command Shift
Heading
H.
level 2, Apple Vision Pro.
And we remember that. Now I'm pressing the Control key each time to pause the speech so it doesn't read the hints to us. If I want to, let's try another one here.
Learn more about Apple Vision Pro, link.
That's VO Command L. That takes you to the next link.
By Apple Vision Pro, link.
And VO Command Shift L, of
Learn
course.
more about Apple Vision Pro, link.
Previous link. There are a lot of these that will work, and those are just two examples, links and headings. Now, what if I want to see if maybe there's a heading that so far we've heard about the Mac, the Vision Pro. Maybe I want to see if there's a heading about the Apple TV, another Apple product. And I think that maybe it'll be a heading. So is there any way that I can search for the name of a heading? And the answer is yes, there is. And it's to go to the rotor menu. You access the rotor menu with Control Option U, Control Option and the letter U. And what we can do is we open the rotor menu. Now, you are probably very familiar with the rotor on your iPhone. And when you put two fingers on the screen and rotate them left and right, you're changing the rotor setting. And then once you select one, such as characters or words or headings, then you swipe up or down with one finger to increase or decrease a value or to move by character or by word, or in other words, just basically adjust whatever rotor setting you've landed on. Now, if we use our trackpad commander, we can do that very same thing with gestures, but we're going to teach you the keyboard commands right now for it. So the keyboard command to open the menu is Control Option U. Once you're in the menu, you're going to press VO left arrow and VO right arrow to change kind of the rotor setting, sort of like when you're rotating the two fingers. And then when you get to the one you want, you can VO up arrow or VO down arrow to move between them. But you have an added benefit here, and that is that you can use the first few letters of the word that you're trying to find. So you might remember I want to look for the Apple TV, and I believe maybe it's a heading. I don't honestly know, but I'm going to just say maybe it is. So I'm going to press VOU to start.
Links menu. On item, by. Window
Now,
spots menu.
I'm going to use VO left arrow or right arrow because it said we were on links. We want to go to
Links
headings.
headings menu. On
we
item
go.
4, iPhone 15.
And you heard what it said. We're currently on a heading for iPhone 15. I'm just going to type the letters TV and see if anything appears.
4, Apple TV Plus. One item.
Okay, that's Apple TV Plus.
4, one item. 4.
And that's all there is. So now if I wanted that, that's not actually what I wanted, but if I did want that, I'd press VO space one time.
Heading level 4, Apple TV Plus.
Now what that did was that actually took me out of the rotor menu and placed me on Apple TV Plus, that heading that I wanted. So if this were a link, I'd have to press it a second time now to actually activate it. VO space while you're in the rotor menu doesn't activate the item. It just puts you there and it gets out of the menu for you. So now we're on the Apple TV Plus
Item
heading.
6, Masters of the Air. Item 7, The Completely Made Up Adventures of Dick Turpin. Link, stream now, The Completely Made Up Adventure.
And this is the Apple TV Plus section. I wonder if there isn't a link or something else with Apple TV. And if I don't know at all, if I don't know if it's a heading, a link, or what it is, I can also do this.
Item chooser menu.
Now that was done by pressing Control Option I instead of Control Option U. VOI. Again, I can type the first few letters. Let's see what they have with TV.
TV and home. TV and home.
Oh, there it is. It says TV and home. That's what I'm going to want. So let's press VO space to go to that and exit the menu.
Link, TV and home.
And you see that it's a link.
You
Now,
are currently on a link. To click this link, press Control Option Space.
there might be like an already expanded sublink under
TV
it.
and Home menu, expanded button 2 of 2.
Yeah, there
End
is.
of list.
But it seems like it's going to be best
TV
if
and link, TV and Home, 1 of
we
2.
just click on, just VO space on that.
Global
Okay.
navigation, watch menu, expanded button.
Now I will press the VO Command H to go to the first heading
Heading
here.
level 2, Explore Watch. Heading level 2, Shop Watch.
All right, so we're all on a heading 2.
First heading, heading level
and
2, heading level 1,
see,
TV and
there's
Home.
one. There's the heading 1. Okay, so now
You
we
are
can go to the right.
Simply connect your favorite devices and transform your house into a remarkably smart, convenient, and entertaining home. Elevate movie night with theater-like picture and sound. Play any song, in any room, from anywhere. And control lights, locks, and thermostat using Siri. All with the security and privacy of Apple.
So there's a good
You are
description
currently
of
on
the
a selectable text.
on an Apple. There's a good description of an Apple TV, and of course we could continue reading that if we so chose. I'm actually going to go to a different website now to give us a chance to explore a little more. I'm going to visit one of my favorite websites that I view just about every day, which is Mac Rumors. It's kind of a website that tells you what's happening in the world of Apple and what might happen. So again, Command L,
https://
and I'll just start typing Mac.
Mac Rumors. Apple News.
Already there.
https:// Mac Rumors. Apple News link. Skip to link. Skip to content. Visited link. Image. Mac.
Now, I happen to know that this website is set up in headings, and if I want to read the latest news, I just use heading navigation, VO Command
Heading
H.
level 2 link. Computer. MacBook Air updates. Heading level 2 link. Samsung Spring Sale expands with big discounts on Galaxy smartphones, watches, tablets, and laptops.
I don't want to read about
Heading
that.
level 3, smartphones.
Okay. Now, notice that they have subheadings underneath that Samsung heading about their sale. I'm going to go back, VO Command Shift
Heading
H.
level 2 link. Samsung Spring Sale expands with big discounts on Galaxy smartphones, watches, tablets, and laptops.
And now,
Heading level 2 link. Here are all the M3 Macs still expected this year.
we skipped right over those heading 3s. How did we do that? I used another command that goes to the next heading with the same level. I didn't want to see the heading 3s. I wanted to stay on heading 2. So I just did VO Command M, M as in Mary. And you can do VO Command Shift M. I know that this one here, I'm just going to do it again because probably if I do VO Command H, there's going to be subheadings under this
Heading
one.
level 3, Mac Mini.
Yep. So let's go back. VO Command
Heading
Shift H.
level 2 link. Here are all the M3 Macs.
VO Command
Heading
M.
level 2 link. Best Buy's weekend sale includes rare iPad Pro deals and all-time. Heading level 2 link. Base model M3 MacBook Air has faster SSD speeds after controversy with previous model.
Okay, that might be something I would be interested in just reading a little more about, so I can VO right arrow to read the article.
Saturday link. The base model 13-inch MacBook Air with the M3 chip, 256 gigabytes of storage, and 8 gigabytes of RAM has.
But here's another thing we can do. We can go back to the
Saturday,
left.
March 9th. Heading level 2 link. Base model M3 MacBook Air.
We can VO space on that.
Link. Link. You are currently on a link inside of web content. To click this
now-
link, press Control.
We already
Link.
did click the link that we initially wanted to click. We're now on the actual article page. And so I could again use headings and I could go to the article or I could VO right
Banner.
arrow.
Visit. Got. Link. 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 Mac.
We could take a long time doing that. Isn't there a quicker way to just get to the text of an article? And the answer is reader mode. What reader mode does, you have reader mode on iPad and iPhone as well. Reader mode strips down the page, gets rid of all the extra content, all the ads, all the extra links, everything like that. And what you're left with is just this beautiful display, this beautiful rendering of the actual text that you want to read. Now, I got to defer to Cliff here. Cliff, what is the command to get reader? Is it Command Shift R?
Yes, it is. And
Okay.
and it's a toggle, so you do Command Shift R to turn it back off.
Okay. If I didn't know and Cliff were not available, I would be able to find reader mode in the toolbar. We certainly could do that, but this saved us probably about 2 or 3 minutes of exploring to do that. So Command Shift R.
Show reader. Article.
And now
Heading Level 1. Base model M3 MacBook Air has faster SSD speeds after controversy with previous model. Link. Joe Rossignol. Bullet Saturday, March 9th, 2024 6:40 MPST. The base model 13-inch MacBook Air with the M3 chip, 250.
And it's already reading. It started automatically for me. I pressed Control to pause it. You could also do, I believe, Control Option B or Control Option
Base
A.
model M3 MacBook Air has faster SSD speeds after controversy with previous base model M3.
Yep, you could do those and read from the top as well, but it did start reading for me automatically. And I could certainly stop interacting if I wanted to, or excuse me, not stop interacting, but I could hide the reader mode and go back to normal mode with that same Command Shift R.
Hide reader link. Mac.
Okay. The next thing I'd like to show you is another example of where we might want to use a search query like we just did. If, for example, we want, like, it's very common, you might want to find a contact link. Lots and lots of people need to be able to contact the places that they are trying to get in touch with. So let's just go ahead to a website where I know that I'm just trying to think of one that I'm maybe not
https://
very familiar with, so that I have to explore myself too. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's see if Amazon has a contact link right on.
Amazon.com sign https email or mobile number. Edit text email field with autofill menu. What is your password? What is your email or mobile number? Edit text email field.
They want me to enter my email address and password to sign in. So I'm going to attempt to just autofill this by pressing the down arrow here, or Command Shift A.
Closing menu. Email or mobile number. Edit text email field. Other passwords. M.jvoll in dialog. Safari. Auto 15 characters. What is your password?
And it did it. It put so I pressed the down arrow, and then it brought up the autofill menu. I press up and down arrows to go between the choices. It was the correct choice already. I just pressed return, and I put my finger on the Touch ID button, and it automatically autofilled everything in there.
15 character. Keep me signed in. Unchecked checkbox.
If I wanted to, I'd VO space on that.
Keep me signed in. Visited. Link. Details. Sign in using our secure server button. By signing in, you sign in. Required invalid data. Edit text telephone number field. Link. Resend code. Please wait 55 seconds before requesting another code. Please wait 53. Please wait 50. Submit code button. Heading level 5. Verify another way. Approve the notification sent to your Amazon app. Form element. Submit code. Required invalid data. Edit text telephone number field. Please wait 39. Please wait 38. And for your security, we've sent the code to your phone *******. Please wait. Please wait. Link. Required invalid data. Edit text telephone number. Please wait 20. Link. Please wait 20. Auto and alert dialog. Okay. Autofill completes web page forms using information from your
the form.
Okay. Link. Closing dialog link. Resend. Please. Please wait 11. Please. Required link. Please wait. Please wait 3 seconds. Zoom.
Well, there we go. I wanted to go out of that window so it would stop speaking.
Do not disturb.
They want me to verify my identity with a code. I certainly could do that in messages right on the Mac. I will instead do it using my iPhone, which is also right here. And this is just a one-time code. So I'll look it up here. Even though it's technically not usable after a few minutes. I just still looked it up on another device anyway. Now I'm going to Command Tab.
Safari, enter verification code. For your focus required invalid data, edit text telephone number field. 706, link 700, submit code button. No action available. Question mark. Amazon logo. Question mark. Underscore CB4. Heading level 1. Looking for something? We're sorry. The wet orange arrow. Go to Amazon.com's. Link. Home.
I don't know what I was
Link.
looking for there,
Home.
but now we're
Navigation. List 3 item. Link. Forums. Link. Account. List 6 item. Link.
Okay.
Sign in. 1 of 6.
Now, for some reason, it doesn't seem to have signed me in, and I don't really understand that. But we did enter the code, and if you did want to, what I really want to do is find a contact link here. Also, we can, if you wanted to navigate by headings.
Heading level 2, Prime members. Heading level 1, 2 items. Vertical line, free shipping for Prime members on.
Okay. You can also find the nearest form field by pressing VO Command J or VO Command Shift J. So if we know we want to search for a product on Amazon, we can do that.
Bullet 1 button. First form element. Bullet 2. Bullet 1. Bullet 1. Bullet. Last form element button. Link.
So
as seen on TV bargains.
Okay.
Wood.
So
web.
We are
vertical split. Wood. Web.
Oh, that's trying to take me to
HTTP. Selection replaced.
W.Amazon.
Skip to main close and 5 more. Join Amazon Business. Imp banner. Skip to main content. Banner. Navigation. Link. Amazon. Link. Deliver to Matthew. Link.
Now we're right. We are signed in. We've been signed in all along. It tried to redirect me to a partner site for some reason. Woot, which I didn't want. I wanted the real Amazon. I don't know how that. I might have accidentally. I don't know what I did. But now VO Command J.
All departments. Description. Select the department you want to search in. Pop-up button.
We could press VO space on that pop-up button to choose a department.
Menu, checkmark, all departments, Alexa Skills, Amazon Clinic, Amazon Devices, Amazon Pharmacy, Amazon Warehouse, Appliances.
And of course, whatever we want, we just VO space on it, or
closing menu.
Press escape to get out without changing the selection, and then VO Command J again.
Search Amazon, search text field.
And I can search for a product right here on Amazon, and it's that easy. We're in the edit field, and we just type something that we're looking for, and we've been talking about Apple products. So let's see. Not that I'm going to buy one because I don't need to.
D misspelled. S.
iPad
Cake
cases.
Misspelled. I-P-A-D space.
And that is spelled correctly. It thinks that it's misspelled because I didn't bother to capitalize the P in iPad. So if I want to make it happy.
Misspelled. iPad. I-P.
We could delete that.
P.
Capitalize it.
Cap P. iPad. iPad.
Now it's happy. All right. And we'll just
You are currently on iPad cases.
Return. And of course we can use the heading command.
Navigation.
Heading command, VO Command H to.
Heading level 1, 116 of over 10,000 results for iPad cases. Sort by, featured.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. There'd be tons of them.
Heading level 2, link. iMovie new iPad Air 5th generation case 2022/iPad Air 4th generation case 2020 10.9 inch with pencil holder. Support Touch ID and iPad second pencil charging. Treefold stand smart case, sky blue. 4.5 out 4.5 end of 17,009 link 17 end of 1K plus bought in past month link free delivery Saturday on 35 end of or fastest delivery or fastest Tuesday end of add to cart button.
And I'm just reading through this with the VO right arrow. But now originally you might remember we wanted to find our contact. So let's see if there's a link called contact. So we'll VOU to open the links, well, the rotor.
Headings menu on item 2.
Headings right now, so we need to VO left arrow.
Links menu.
There's links, and we'll type contact. So first we'll type CONT.
Contact us, 2 items.
And there it is. There's 2 items.
Manage your content and devices.
There's also one that's called content and devices. That's why that had a CONT. But
contact us.
Just VO space.
Link. Contact us. Page 1 of 8.
That actually puts us on the link, but it doesn't click it. Now VO space again to activate it.
Link. Amazon. Now
just to show you that we've done it.
Heading level 1. Do you need help with a recent item, Matthew?
There's our contact page. I'm going to show you one last thing, and then I'm going to turn it over to Trainer Cliff to talk about QuickNav. Just want to kind of show you what we've both already said to you, which is that we can easily do a Google search without having to go to Google. Just simply press Command L.
https://www.amazon.com/hertz/contact-us/foresight/hub gateway. Contents selected. Smart search field showing a secure address. Edit.
Now, I would not let that read, that whole URL. The reason I let it read to you is because I wanted you to hear what it said at the end, which was content selected. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking they need to try to move around after they press Command L and find where they are, or at the very least, they need to delete what's there. You don't need to delete what's there, because the moment you start typing, since it's entirely selected, what you type is going to replace what was already there. So I'm going to do a search for springtime recipes. We'll type the S and you'll hear it say,
reset your Affinity account password. Store.serif.
Just keep typing.
History. SPR. Complete. Springtime. Springtime recipes. Space.
And now you'll notice that
springtime recipes.
It deleted the whole Amazon URL. I'll just press return.
Springtime recipes. Springtime recipes. Google search. Web content.
And now I can use my headings.
Heading level 1. Filters and heading level 1. 40 spring recipes this season. Best Easy Spring Recipes 2024 Good Housekeeping. https://www. Heading level 1. Search results. 43 spring dinner ideas that will bring you back to life on appete.com. http 75 spring weeknight dinners that are fresh and flavorful. Food Network. https://
Oh yeah, I like Food Network. Let's click on that.
Web content.
And
link. Recipes.
We're not going to actually take the time to look at these recipes right now, much as I'd like to, but I am going to go ahead and bookmark this. And there's a couple of ways that I can do that. Now, I believe it's been a while since I've done it on the Mac, but I think you can still come VOM, Control Option M, to go to the menu bar.
Menu bar, Apple.
Go over here.
Edit, View, History, Bookmarks.
And then VO space.
Bookmarks, menu, show start page, show bookmark, edit bookmark, add bookmark, ellipsis, Command D. Add bookmarks for open tabs, ellipsis, dimmed. Add bookmark folder, add bookmark, ellipsis, Command D.
And you notice there was a shortcut key that I'm sure Cliff knew that I didn't, Command D, because I don't use it that frequently. So it would have been Command D. I could have pressed it instead of having to go to the menu bar. It's also in the toolbar under the share menu. We're just going to go ahead here and say VO space.
Closing in dialog, favorites, pop-up button, add.
Notice I'm on a button. It's a pop-up button. Where in bookmarks do I want to put it? Because you can make folders to organize your bookmarks. I like favorites. That's where I want it.
Page 2. Add this page to favorites. 75 spring weeknight dinner recipes. Description, edit text. Blank. Cancel. But add. Default button.
VO space.
Recipes. Dialog pop-up button.
And now it's in my bookmarks, and I'll be able to find that on all my Apple devices. All right, so Cliff, do you want to take over? And I can still do the navigation if you want, since we've got everything set up that way. But if you want to take over in explaining the QuickNav modes and anything else that I might have missed or forgotten.
Well, QuickNav is primarily used for people who like using the single letter navigation, and that will be embraced by Windows users that are coming over from the Mac, because over there using JAWS, I don't know about NVDA because I never really used it, but I know over there you can do H for heading, C for combo box, X for checkbox, B for button, R for radio group, stuff like that, E for edit field. You can do the same thing in Safari on Mac, but QuickNav has to be on. So if you push the left and right arrows together,
arrow key QuickNav on.
It'll say arrow QuickNav on, and then if you press them again,
arrow key QuickNav off.
It'll turn it off. Now, single letter navigation only works with QuickNav on. If you have it off, VoiceOver is going to think that you want to type into an edit field, and it's not going to activate nothing. Now, I will say something that I think I misspoke. I said that QuickNav has to be off in order for you to type in the edit field. That is actually not true. Only single letter navigation has to be off. You can have quick nav on, but turn single letter navigation off and still type in that edit field, and the text will enter into that field. So I want to make sure I corrected that. But the same thing is true on the Mac as it is Windows. With single letter navigation on and arrow quick nav on, we're gonna call it, since that's what VoiceOver calls it. You can do single letter navigation. Like I said, B for button, C for combo or pop-up buttons, or combo boxes, X for checkbox, R for radio group. F is actually the letter or the command for the edit field on the Mac. L for link, V for visited link, and then if you just add the shift key, it goes back instead of forward. So again, with arrow quick nav on and quick letter navigation or single letter navigation on, which is a toggle, which you can use VoiceOver keys and the letter Q to turn it on.
And let's do that. I'll turn on the quick nav again first with the
Arrow key quick nav on.
And then we'll do VOQ.
Single key quick nav on.
Now, as y'all know, Cliff is lazy, so I actually have a commander for single letter navigation, so I don't have to move my hands, and I can continue my workflow. But then if Matt does single or VOQ again,
single key quick nav off.
It turns single quick nav off. Now, like I said, with arrow quick nav on and single letter navigation off, you can actually enter text into an edit field. Well, that's the long and the short of it, for lack of a better term, for single letter navigation and quick nav. Be careful though, because if you leave single letter navigation on and you're not on Safari, it will prevent you from typing in messages, mail, anywhere that you have to enter text, because it's on. So when single key navigation is on, no matter where you're at, Safari, mail, pages, whatever. If you don't have that off, you're not going to be able to type text, because again, VoiceOver is going to think you're trying to activate those single letter navigation commands like B for button, L for link, V for visited link, X for checkbox. So whenever you want to enter text, make sure that single letter navigation is off, because it won't allow you to enter any text. I actually have what do they call it now? Activity. I actually have an activity. So when I launch Safari, quick nav automatically turns on, or single key. What do they call it now? Arrow key.
Arrow key quick nav and yeah.
When
and single.
I actually have arrow quick nav automatically turn on and single letter navigation on. But again, I have a commander to turn it off whenever I need, because I use edit fields a lot on Safari to do Google searches and things of that nature. So, I mean, that's, like I said, that's pretty much it. The best way to do it is to get in there and practice it. Make sure your hands are positioned right. If need be, use VO keys and the letter K and turn on keyboard help. Just press key combinations, figure out where things are, see what keys do, see what VoiceOver commands do, see what Mac OS commands do, because there is a difference there between a Mac OS command and a VoiceOver command. For instance, a Mac OS command is Command A to select all, Command C to copy, Command V to paste, Command Option V to move. Those are Mac OS commands. A VoiceOver command would involve the VO keys. So VOJ will jump you to the next element or text field, or toolbar or menu bar or vertical scroll bar. VOL will read current line. VOR will read current word, or is it W, and things of that nature. So you just have to get in there and practice. Figure out what's a VoiceOver command and a Mac OS command, and most of them work everywhere. There's a few that, like for instance, Command Shift IA on Safari is the autofill command, but if you're in the Finder, that's going to take you to your applications folder. So you just have to be mindful of what command you're using and making sure that you're practicing and separating one from the other. You have anything else to add? Because I think that about covers it for Safari.
I think that about covers it for Safari. I mean, there's lots more you can do with Safari, of course. We're just giving you the basics, but everything conforms to these predictable patterns. Today, we've given you a lot of extra commands that you didn't know that are not so much fundamental as they are extra, like Command L for the the search edit box. And what did we just learn? Command D to add to bookmarks, which I didn't even know until we went into that menu. So, we've learned some additional ones, some extra things, but it can all be done with the fundamentals. So you can play around and explore.
Today, we are going to go over how to create a custom application shortcut. So what I've done to preempt this session is I actually opened up a blank text edit document because for some reason you can't copy and paste in the applications settings section of the keyboard. It wants you to write it out. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to launch System Preferences.
System Appearance window, sidebar,
I'm sorry, it's called System Settings now. Keep on calling Preferences. System Settings, and I'm going to go to Keyboard.
Keyboard.
All right. I'm going to interact with the grid over here.
Keyboard. 60% delay until repeat.
So what I'm going to look for now is shortcuts.
Press F and key to do nothing. Keyboard navigation. On keyboard navigation. Use keyboard navigation to move focus between keyboard shortcuts.
All right, that's what I want. So I'm going to VO spacebar there.
In dialog.
And there's a dialog here. So there's a table to the left. So I'm going to go to that.
Sidebar. Row 1 vertical splitter. To change the shortcut, double click the key combination and then type the new keys.
All right, so goes back to the table.
Vertical splitter. Sidebar. Row 1 of 13. Launchpad and dock shortcuts. Selected.
All right, that's not what I want.
In sidebar. Row 1 of 13. Launchpad and modifier keys. Row 13.
Modifier keys, and I think keyboard application keyboard shortcuts is right above it.
Function keys.
Nope.
Application shortcuts.
There we go. That's what I want.
Out of vertical splitter. To change the shortcut, double click the key combination and then type the new keys. Table.
All right, so there's a couple in here already. Let's see what they are.
In table. All applications. Collapsed.
All applications. I'm not going to do that one yet. I'm going to do specifically mail.
Add to add.
So we're going to go to add.
7 items. Application. All applications. Menu title. All applications.
All right, here's the category. I don't want all applications. I'm going to go down to mail.
Launchpad. Layer. Mail. Mail. Application.
All right, mail is selected.
Application. Mail. Application. Menu title. Menu title. Edit text. Enter the exact name of the menu command you want to add.
All right, enter the exact title you want to add.
Keyboard shortcut.
All right, and this is where I'll eat the shortcut. So
Keyboard. Enter the exact name of the menu title. Edit text.
So what I've done is I got to open up mail.
Mail. Bills. iCloud.
So what I'm going to do is VO M because I want to go to the file menu.
Apple. Mail. File. Mail. File.
File.
New message. New viewer. Open. Close. Save command S. Save as ellipsis command shift S. Attach files ellipsis command shift A.
Command shift A is attached file, so that one already has one.
Save attachment ellipsis.
Save attachment. So we got to copy the exact last phrase of the item or what was just said because that's what's going to tell VoiceOver what you want to do.
Last phrase copied to the clipboard.
So I'm going to jump over here to my text edit document.
Text edit. Text edit. Untitled 3 window. Arrow key quick nav off.
Arrow quick nav off, and we're going to paste it here.
Ellipsis.
And let's see what it looks like.
Ellipsis space S T F E M H A T T cap space E V A cap S A V E space cap T T A C H M E N T S space ellipsis.
So we are going to have to write out save attachments with an ellipsis and make sure each word is capitalized. And I just figured out that the ellipsis is the option key and colon.
Ellipsis.
Yes, option key and colon.
Ellipsis.
So we got to go over here and write this out.
System settings. System settings. Keyboard. Save. Attachments. Ellipsis.
All right, so we got save attachments ellipsis written in there.
Arrow key quick nav on.
So let's go over to what we want the shortcut key to be.
Enter the exact name of the menu command you want to add. Keyboard shortcut.
I'm going to do, since it's going to be a save dialog, I'm going to make sure, you got to make sure it's not something that's already taken. So don't do command shift, don't do command option, or I made it option command S. For some reason, it wouldn't let me use the shift key. So option command S. And I know that's not another application shortcut combination, so I'm going to use that.
Content selected. Option Command S.
It says it there.
Cancel.
And it says cancel.
Done.
And done.
Add.
So let's jump over here to mail and see what happens.
Mail. Mail.
So let's go back to the file menu.
Apple. Mail. File.
See what our options are.
New message. New viewer. Open message. Close. Save Command S. Save as ellipsis Command Shift S. Attach files ellipsis Command Shift A.
So the next one should be save attachments, and it says
Save attachment ellipsis Command Option S.
there it is. Command Option S or Shift or yeah. What is that? Command. Yep. Command Option S is that option. So while we're in here, I'm gonna grab the next one.
Edit. View.
Mailbox.
Message. Format. Window. Form. Message. Mailbox.
Let's see.
Message.
I think the one I want is under messages, and what I want to do is save sender to contacts. So let's see what that is.
Send again Command Shift T. Reply Command R. Reply all Command Forward Command Shift F. Forward as attachment. Redirect Command Shift T. Remind me. Ignore follow up. Mark as unread Command Shift U. Move to junk Command Shift J. Mute Control Shift M. Flag. Set priority. Archive Command Control. Move to predicted mailbox Command Control. Move to. Copy to. Move to. Bills. Apply rules Command Option L. Add sender to contacts.
And there it is. Add sender to contacts. So I'm going to copy that to the clipboard.
Last phrase copy to the clipboard.
We're going to jump back over here to text edit.
Text edit. Text edit. Arrow key quick mail off. Select all.
Make sure everything's deleted. Look at what it says.
Contacts.
Since we have to write it out manually.
FTCATNO cap space T space REDNE cap at space D cap D
Add sender to contacts is what it looks
space
like.
cap SENDER space TO space cap CONTACTSSS.
Okay. And so every word is capitalized except the word to. So we got to come back over to system settings.
Now, system settings, keyboard.
And we're going to go to add.
Arrow key quick mail on. Remove. Done. Remove. Add. 7 items. Application. All applications. Application. Menu.
Again,
Check mark. All applications.
We have to find mail.
Adapter. Google Docs. Maps. Mail.
All right. So we VO spacebar on that.
Mail. Application.
Mail.
Menu title.
Menu title, which we're going to write in what we want it to do.
Menu title. Edit text.
It's going to be save with a capital S. No, I'm sorry. It's add. Add sender to lowercase t. Contacts capital C.
Colon. T. N. O. Cap C.
Forgot where I was, so I had to do it again.
Contacts.
So,
Arrow key quick S. Arrow key. Enter the exact name of the menu command you want to add. Keyboard shortcut.
Keyboard shortcut.
Content selected. Right arrow.
I don't know why it has right arrow in there. I'm going to do Command Option C because I know that's not a command.
Option Command C. Selected. Keyboard shortcut.
Go away from it. Come back.
Content selected. Option Command C.
And it's saved.
Cancel.
So it's cancel
Done.
and done.
Add.
And so we jump back over to mail.
Mail. Mail. Bill.
We go over to message.
Format. Message.
And we go down.
Send again Command Shift T. Remove attachments. Add sender to contact Command Option C.
There it is. Send sender or save sender or add sender to contacts Command Option C. That is my custom keyboard shortcut. Now, since text edit is already open,
Messages. Row 1.
we'll close
Text
mail
edit.
here.
Untitled.
We
Arrow
are
key
going
quick mail
to
off.
make
Arrow key
one
quick
for
mail off.
it.
Add sender.
So I want what I like to do because it doesn't always bring up the option to save actual document to a specific folder, and that's what I like to do. So I'm gonna make a all applications command that says move to, and I know text edit has it, so let's find it in the view menu or the file menu, I should say.
Apple.
So we're gonna go to Apple.
Text edit.
File menu.
New command N.
Down arrow.
Open ellipsis command O. Open recent. Close command W. Save ellipsis command S. Duplicate command Shift S. Rename ellipsis. Move to ellipsis.
Move to ellipsis. Let's copy that phrase.
Last phrase copy to the clipboard. Arrow key quick mail off.
And we're going to paste it to see what it looks like.
Ellipsis. Ellipsis. O. Cap. E. V. O. Cap. M. Cap. M. O. V. E. Space. Cap. T. O. Space. Ellipsis.
All right. So it's move to ellipsis with a capital, each word being capitalized.
System settings.
So we're back in the system settings and we're going to add a shortcut.
Remove. Done. Remove. Add.
We're going to add.
7 items. Application.
Now this one is application. Let's see. Let me see something here.
All applications. Application.
Yeah. This one is going to be set to all applications because I want it to be set in text edit, pages, even Word if I have to use it for a student, Keynote, numbers, whatever. So this is going to be application. So I'm going to leave it set to that.
Menu title.
Menu title, and this is where we write what we want it to do.
Menu title. Edit text.
So we're going to write move to ellipsis, and remember ellipsis is the option key and the letter in the colon right next to the L.
Ellipsis.
All right.
Enter the exact name of the menu command you want. Keyboard shortcut.
And I want it to be command option in the letter M because I know that's not taken.
Option command M. Selected.
There it is.
Keyboard shortcut.
We're going to come back to it.
Content selected. Option command M.
And there it is.
Cancel. Done.
And we'll hit done.
Add.
And we'll hit done
End of
here.
null. Vertical splitter. Sidebar. Row 11 of 13. Done. 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 Keyboard shortcuts.
All right. So we'll close applications.
Finder. Desktop. Desktop.
Now I'm going to go into pages because I know we wasn't there before. We were in text edit before. We're going to go into pages. If I can figure out what the commander is, option E. Or it's actually it's option P. My fault. Oops. There we go.
Pages. Open. Window. Left view. Has keyboard focus.
All right. We're just going to do a new document.
Cancel. Open. Open. Cancel. Open. Cancel. Left view. In left Theology books folder. Not down. Name. Date modified. Theology. Mini Store Christian Academy folder. Not downloaded. Theology folder. Not blank 6. Pages. Pages document. Not downloaded.
All right. We'll do this one.
Out of left. Cancel. Open.
We'll open this one.
Dialog. Blank 6. Opening. Blank 6. Header. Body. Page 1 of 2. Arrow key. Quick new one. Arrow key. New line. New line.
All right. Now let's go to the file menu. And remember, the move to option before didn't have any keys assigned to it. So let's see what it says.
Apple. Page file. New ellipsis. Open ellipsis. Open recent. Close command W. Save command S. Duplicate command shift S. Rename ellipsis. Move to ellipsis command option M.
There it is. Command option M.
Body. Page.
Now.
Finder. Desktop.
Let's
Desktop.
open numbers. Because I know that one doesn't have it.
Create a spreadsheet. View my spreadsheets.
All right. Let's do
Open window.
spreadsheets.
Vertical split left view. In Chrome Snatcher Shores number spreadsheet. Not downloaded.
All right. We're going to go ahead and open up this one.
Cancel. Downloading. Chrome Snatcher Shores window. Sheet 1. White
All
background.
right. This is my kids' chore list, but let's go to the file menu and go to the move to command to see what it says.
Apple. Number file. New open. Close. Save command. Duplicate command. Rename ellipsis. Move to ellipsis command option M.
There it is. Command option M. I'm actually going to do it here so I can
Sheet
show
1.
you how
White
this
dialog.
happens.
Numbers. iCloud. Where. Arrow key. Quick off. Arrow key. Cancel. Numbers. iCloud. Where.
It's already set the numbers on iCloud, but let's say I wanted to move this to another folder. I'll VO spacebar here.
Menu. Checkmark. iCloud Drive. Favorites. Dropbox. pCloud. Desktop. Downloads. Locations. Google Drive. OneDrive. Macintosh. Other ellipsis. Other ellipsis.
I can go to other,
Left view.
and I can
Vertical
go
split.
to
Left view. In Chrome Snatcher Shores number spreadsheet.
let's hit the command option I for iCloud Drive.
Left view. Vertical split. Left view. In text edit folder. Not downloaded.
I
Collapse.
can move to text edit.
Audio exchange folder.
Audio
Shared by me.
exchange.
Downloads folder. Not downloaded. Collapse.
Downloads.
Desktop folder. Not downloaded.
You get
Collapse.
the idea. So I'm just going to hit escape here because I actually don't want to move this file.
Dialog.
But
Sheet navigator. Sheet 1.
that's how you would set up the custom command for us application wide on your Mac. Anywhere you can move a file. And I showed you how to make specific ones for the mail. So that concludes this portion of More with a Mac 2024. Thanks for joining today's session. Didn't get your question answered? Want paid one-on-one training? Email us at support@ttjtech.biz or support@stiritup.com. And remember, stir is spelled with a U. That's STURITUP.com. I'm Trainer Cliff. Thanks for joining us. God bless. See you next time.